So you got to let us know. And then we have to follow through with doing what God calls us to do, and that's hit our knees, fervently praying for you. And if we find out, and we will later on in this story, it just wasn't one quick, dear Lord, please help this brother get out of his shack. Amen. They prayed day and night. Your hurt became so much of my hurt. Your flames became my flames. That my heart was yearning to talk to God as long and as often as I can on behalf of you, trying to evoke him to move and rescue you. Now that's a prayer. And so the church, they were gathered together. And the reason why they gathered together to pray was because somebody they knew was in trouble. Well, I'm sorry, it's not on a Sunday morning, so we can't quite gather today because it's not a Sunday morning. But if we can schedule it for Wednesday, just after Bible class, then we can get together and have a special prayer, because I'll be at the church building then anyway. They heard the call and the cry of somebody who was connected to their body, because they're connected together by the Lord. And then they didn't have a phone chain, a prayer warrior chain. They gathered together, face to face, to pray. They didn't have cars. They walked. Now that's effort on behalf of the saints. So they're praying to God. And Peter's in jail, surrounded by 16 soldiers. And he's thinking, I'm sure this is it for me. There's no tomorrow. I know what they did to James. How is he going to escape 16 soldiers in prison? Verse 6. And on the very night when Herod was about to bring him forward, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains. Guards in front of the door were watching over the prison. Here's my question. How can he be sleeping? If you're like me, I have my own comfortable place to sleep. You know, some of you guys have your recliners, and as soon as you hit the recliner, right? Some of you, like in our bed, we've got one of those mattresses with springs, and over time, I've got the Valley of Tad. And it's just right for the Valley of Tad. I can snuggle up in that dude. Jason's bed's just one big valley. He invited us over one night, and Libby and I slept closer together than we'd ever slept before. So we have that comfort zone that it takes to sleep. Talk about not being comfortable. He's between two armed guards, in prison, sleeping between them. How can Peter sleep? I'll tell you how. I'm convicted he's been a man of prayer. I'm convicted he knows the people are praying for him. I'm convicted he knows that whether he gets killed and goes to heaven or lives and is delivered, God is going to be with him. He knows that God is alive. He knows God is going to do whatever his will is, and that God is with him. And if he gets tortured, God will give him the strength to endure. If he gets executed, welcome home, my good and faithful servant. Or by some strange miracle, to be set free completely. He knows those are the three options, and he knows God is going to deliver on either one of them, because God ain't dead. So he can sleep. Those of you who are facing your burnt out shacks, how are you sleeping right now? Are you at peace? Do you have a joy even in the midst of such sorrow? You know, lack of sleep really does affect you. It affects your strength and your attitude, right? We've known some very good people that have some very bad stretches of time, and when they don't sleep, that time gets even worse. God knows we need sleep. He'll deliver you to rest peacefully if you just want to rest in his arms by faith, believing that he's there. Peter does. So he's sleeping. Verse 7. And behold, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared, and a light shone in the cell. And he struck Peter's side, aroused him. Hey, get up, quickly! And his chains fell off his hands. And the angel said, said to him, "Gird yourself, put on your sandals," and he did so. And he said to him, "Wrap your cloak around you and follow me." Verse 9, and when he went out and continued to follow, he did not know what was being done by the angel was real, but thought he was seeing a vision. And when they had passed the first and second guard, they came to the iron gate that leads into the city, which opened for them by itself. And they went out and went along one street, and meeting, the angel departed from him. Verse 11, and when Peter came to himself, he said, "Now I know for sure that the Lord has sent forth his angel and rescued me from the hand of Herod and from all the Jewish people were expecting." I'm thinking most of you know what I'm about ready to say. Did you see the extent that God went to set one of his children free? Well, he sent an angel. Tad, that had never happened for me. Really? Why not? Well, we're not supposed to worship angels. You're right, we're not. We shouldn't call on the angels. No, we shouldn't. But God, with his infinite power, going beyond the realm of our understanding, if he needs to go to the extent of sending an angel to set you free, he will, and you will be free indeed. This is the God that's alive. His resources are endless. He has healed people of cancer. He has brought people back from death. He has taken people who have been broke and have turned them into riches beyond rich. He is a God that's alive and active in your life. And he will stop at nothing to get his will done in your life. And if he wants to deliver you from a prison and it takes an angel, he'll send you an angel. 10. Oh, come on now. Angels are not in existence and alive and active in the world today. Really? If I were you, I'd read Hebrews chapter 1. Where he says that the angels are ministering spirits, helping those that are the saints or the followers. You turn to the back of the book, Hebrews chapter 13, it says, you better watch who you're entertaining, because you may be entertaining an angel without you knowing. God will go to an extent of using a heavenly power sent down to earth to set you free, if that's what you need to be set free. And oh, by the way, he has sent us this word, which is alive also. Right. And the power of the Holy Spirit working through this word can transform us and lead us to peace that surpasses all understanding. It can lead us to joy that people can't fully understand. It can lead us to love in ways that people just cannot comprehend how we can love that much. It can lead us through his word to restoring relationships we never thought would be restored. It can give us a peace within our soul that's just amazing. So even as you face death, perhaps you are facing death. We all are, by the way, physically. He can give us that peace and joy and comfort along the way. Because God ain't